folks, how are you? We're here in the lab. We have another lantern project here, and this first part here. It's late at night, and I was in here listening to some shortwave. We got it going here.
Isn't bad.
And I've been sitting there staring at this thing like, I'll wait till tomorrow to start this. And but you know, now looking at it, I think I want to get. Normally, I just grind off all the rust, but just for fun, I want to take off the rusty parts, which are the globe guard, the cone, and I haven't even tried to see if the burner comes out. So why don't we? What I'm gonna do is, because I got a little road trip in the morning, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this off. We got this rust remover stuff, so I'm gonna let this stuff sit in there until tomorrow. Now, literally the first time trying that. Well, that's a good. I like seeing that. That means this thing's gonna be pretty nice, actually. This thing is gonna be nice. I'm excited. I'll tell you why. Because earlier, I took a little steel wool just to one little section. Look at that. I think that's why I'm jonesing. I'm like, I'm gonna do something to this tonight, because I don't want to start it right now. Right now it's 11:06 p.m. So a little too late to start a project. I've finished them around this late a lot, but a little too late to start one. So we're gonna get this plate off. The only thing rusty on this whole thing is what we're taking off here. So the tin is in really nice shape. Okay, nowhere near as bad as I thought it was. I'll put this in there too. See, that's a little seized. A little seized up. We'll clean that up. We'll reuse that. We'll put that baby right back in. So that's a little seized up. Take a quick look here. See how those spindles are. That's interesting. I don't know what's making them hold up like that, because this thing looks brand new on the inside. Maybe it's been barely used. Maybe this thing was hardly, I'm looking at this thing. This thing looks barely used, even though it's, this is 1945, so this is a very old lantern, but look, I see a little bit of carbon there. I don't see any wear on anything. Interesting. Well, there is some. Okay, there is some rust underneath, and so that tells you that there was some heat there. Okay, so this thing wasn't completely brand spanking new. All right, let's see here. See, look at me. Here I am. I should be getting ready for bed, and here I am. I'm sampling things here. I'm kind of like, like an anteater. I'm just kind of sampling, see if there's any tasty bits. Wow, that's interesting. How that. Look at how much or how little rust there is, and yet there's that little corroded part right there. This didn't have a globe in it, and it shows apparently. So that's going to go in the rust remover. So it's that. And other than that, this thing is really clean. Really clean. So let's plop them in. And of course, I'm going to want to continue to look at this thing. All right. So that is submerged. That's all we need. We don't have to worry about the globe guards. They're fine. Ooh. All right, so these will go in. Ploop. Ploop. And those can sit right there. Okay, so me saying that, oh, there's no rust on this thing, but the more I look, I'm seeing little spots. Here we got this little spot here. By the way, I have new lighting here. I picked up a couple of light bars, and you can see from the reflection here. You see all the lights. I found a couple of these light blocks that you can change the color temperature and all that kind of stuff. And you can have it blink in. You can have it look like there's a police car in here. In fact, let me see. Okay. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be finishing this lantern in the back of a police car. And this is going to freak my cats out. They're going to like have cat seizures or something. Okay. We can make that stop now. Why would that be? See, I'm glad that I checked that just now, because I could throw some Croil on that, and by tomorrow it'll unscrew itself by tomorrow. Croil's pretty amazing stuff, because it'll travel upward, to get into cracks and things. It's like it knows where to go. Pretty amazing. And I've been using a lot of this stuff. And the reason I say a lot is because it feels like a lot, because this stuff's really expensive in comparison to all this other stuff like WD and all that junk. I'm putting more in here, by the way. And the reason I put it in this, there's a couple of reasons why I put it. In here, because first, it looks cool because this is a vintage oil distribution system, and because when I got this thing of Croil, I hacked off just way too much of the tip here, and Croil is very thin, and the viscosity is very thin, so it'll get into holes and everything, and that's why it's great for this stuff. But it comes shooting out in mass quantities. We don't want that. How much we got in there? Okay, that's good. I mean, like one of these things is like $20 for one of these, and it's totally worth it. It's kind of like people. It's funny, and I'm one of those people. It's like people that are like bed shopping, shopping for a bed. I'm like, oh man, I don't spend that kind of money. And then you realize, like, how many hours of your day you spend in your bed. But yet I can't bring myself to be like, well, it makes total sense to spend a shit ton of money on a bed, because a good bed helps your day get better if you're getting some freaking sleep. All right. So let me try this now just for fun to see if it actually made it work that quick. Nope. Okay. Now that I refilled this, let me throw a little more. Okay. We'll let that sit. And here I am going, oh my God, I want to open it now. I'm like leaning back and forth. Like, you know, obviously I'm wide awake, even though I should be going to bed because I got a lot to do tomorrow. Tomorrow being Saturday, pre-superb owl party day. Go Bills. All right, folks. So when you see me again, it'll be day 2 of this project, the DIETZ Monarch, 1945, and it's tin, and it's gonna look great. This is gonna be great. I might have to keep this one just because it's so great. But I really want to see how much tin survived underneath this. Like, I did this one little spot, you know, watch that one spot be the only place where there's tin. I'm like, well, you know what? We can look together. Look at another spot. Let's look over here. Nice. It ain't perfect. It ain't perfect, but it's gonna have a nice shine to it. I'm excited. I'm excited for this. And this is a wartime. Wartime. They didn't paint them in wartime. Paint shortage and all that. And or in tin, like there was a tin shortage too. So let's see what month. March of 45. This was made. Okay, folks. All right, we'll see you here. As far as you're concerned, I'll be back immediately. For me, well, editing, I'm going to say, hey, we'll be right back, and we'll be back just like. Okay, we are back. It has been at least 24 hours. A lot going on here. Crazy, crazy. So I took these things out earlier today. Washed them and dried them off. I was afraid they were in there too long. They were in there like, 24 hours. So I took them out. Didn't do much anything. Except maybe get inside there. This seems to be going a little bit better. So we'll continue cleaning that up. And I did this morning for fun, gave the lid a little twist. And it appeared to be coming up, and it is. It did. I had to pinch with pliers a little more than I wanted to, because what was happening was this cap, that's literally a cap on top of this cap. So this is like crimped on like an old school Coke bottle. So this is 2 pieces. So this is like hollow in here. So what it was doing was it was turning on this cap. So what I had done last night is squirt a good amount of Croil in here, and then tipped it like this. So the Croil got, it got the threads from the inside, and that was the best way to get at it. Look at all that crap. All right, we'll clean that out. So it's funny, how areas of something will just be really rusty and the rest of it will be nothing. And I think that all has to do with environment. I mean, this thing was probably barely used and stored somewhere that wasn't good for it. Somewhere with, drips, water drips or something like that. So there's probably still some Croil rolling around inside the tank, and I don't have a problem with that. And if there were any leaks, I'm pretty guaranteed I'd see it come through, because Croil is so thin. Okay, you know what I did? I was sitting here listening to Shortwave, and I painted on paintbrush some of that rust remover stuff just for fun. And that stuff dries like it's some kind of like lacquer or clear coat or something. It's weird. I can see it. I can see it there. The thickness of that rust remover stuff. Maybe I should just try to get some of that off. Because I am going to be grinding on this. I'm like, I don't want to be grinded into stuff on there. All right, so what's going to happen here is that I am going to take this to the bench grinder so I can work on this and get around here and get this rim all cleaned up nice. And then we'll start working on the rest of it. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. I always say that. But this time I mean it. Okay, so, and we'll get that cleaned out in there. We'll clean this up. I'm not going to put it in the solution. I'm going to get that with a wire. All right, so let me go hit that. By the way, I wanted to show you guys something. I picked this up today while out running around. So here is a nice DIETZ burner. Goes with this Monarch. Check out this burner. This is a DIETZ burner, man. Look at this thing. This is a DIETZ USA. Look at the size of that. Look at the size of the wick. The wick is 1.5 inches. Is that crazy or what? I mean, it's just obviously for a big, glass fount dead flame. But I had to pick it up. I'm like, that is so cool. Look at that giant DIETZ. And in contrast, this is like I think this is a number 2 burner, and this is like the biggest burner I've seen for a DIETZ. It's crazy. I picked this up to have as an extra because I'm buying some junk lately. I've been finding some junkers, and I enjoy the junkers because they're fun. They're fun for you, and they're fun for me to work on and learn things. And they're extremely inexpensive, much like this. Okay, let me go work on that stuff, and I will be right back. And oh, look at that. You're all zoomed in. Didn't realize it. I mean, I did it myself, but I forgot that I did it. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, so things are cleaned up nice. I mean, I knew this was going to clean up nice, at least most areas. But I'll show you what I did find. Oh, by the way, this is something I picked up today. It's another Monarch. I keep telling myself no more Monarchs, but look at this hot mess. Look at this thing. What a mess. But this is an old one. So, around 1910, this baby. Got the smooth tubes. Smaller brass filler cap, which is loose, amazingly. So, it's pretty crusty, but this will be an upcoming video. So, pretty cool. Picked that up today for a song. Okay, so what I've noticed, which is amazing. Oh, that cleaned up. Great. Look at that. So I'm thinking this being a 45, it was an inferior tin. That is what I'm going with. And I hear that term a lot around wartime. So that's probably what the deal is with that. If I don't know if I can find another one of these here. I can yank one off a Junior, but I've yanked all these size The number 0, I think that is. Or the number 1. I'll take a look, but I don't think I have a another one this size with wing locks. We'll see. I mean, I'll be able to find one somewhere. But holy moly, if I go grinding on that anymore, it's just going to disintegrate. That's too bad. But this came out pretty good. You know, always my grinder can't get to that. And you can see here, so really the awful spots were just like right there. This little rim here and this and that. So this thing just sat somewhere and that's where, water dripped off it. Yeah. Oh well. Here we go. This is a junk bit. This is a broom bit. Not a broom bit. I'm sorry. It's kind of like one of these. This is a smaller one of these. Yeah. All right. So, this thing looking great. I mean, this is a 45, man. Wartime lanterns built with inferior metals. And, there's no brass grommets or no brass feather cap neck or any of that, which is the norm. But, wartime. Conserving metal. You need the brass for all them bullets and stuff. Pretty nice, man. It's pretty nice. I'm going to do a smoothing with 800 grit. And then I'll go do some pointy bit stuff. Then we'll steel wool it. Then we'll be done. Well, of course, we got to treat it. But we got some things I want to do with this baby right here. So I want to soften it up first. So I'm gonna go at these little bits first. Oh, you know what? Oh, well, yeah, okay. All right. Let's continue here. All right, I think we're going to assemble and treat. Something I want to do first, though. You can see, because this is so clean, there's all that shit in there. So I'm going to clean that out and get a hunk of steel wool, shove it in there, and I'm going to take this stick and swish it around. Oh, yeah, look at that. I want to make sure I get all this steel wool dust out of there. Where's my straw? All right. So, we have things. All right. Okay, where was the wick? That was in there. That's a nice one. Nice. So I went looking, and what has happened to these scissors? I paid a dude money to sharpen these this past summer. And I had some little frays coming off my carpet here below this table. And it wouldn't cut through them. I don't understand. And now it just, I don't know. Okay. So let's do some treating here. Let's find out what needs treating. That really, nothing really needs treating on this thing, but I mean, it's a preventative. It's a preventative, so we'll put it on there, and it'll look extra shiny and cool. Oh, I just realized I never lit Supervisor Baby for the video here. I was so preoccupied with a bunch of junk going on here, I forgot about Supervisor Baby. Although I did light about 10 minutes ago, I lit the kerosene heater that's behind me because it's getting cold in here. Okay, let's do some treating. Okay. Now. All right. Okay. I got that. That. I'm not going to tighten that too tight. Man, everything looks great on this except for that. And a little bit of that. Right about there. Actually, I do see a little something there. Okay. All right. So. Click. Tremendous. Nice. Now, I grabbed a globe, and this is a crescent globe. This is not a DIETZ crescent or a crescent by any other lantern maker, as far as I know. This was made by the Crescent Glass Company. This was a replacement, kind of like, Corning made a lot of replacement stuff. Corning made a lot of the originals, too. It was for all the DIETZ Vestas. Corning, in Corning, New York, was just down the road from Syracuse, where they made DIETZ. All right. Yes, this looks great. Excellent. We have achieved doneness with the 1945 Monarch with very nice fresh markings. The patents are nice and fresh too. Got one patent line and one born on date on there. Huh. Okay, folks, let's come down here and take a look. This turned out tremendous. Like I said, except for, that issue right there. It's too bad I didn't have something I can put in there temporarily for my glamour shot, but it's the original one. I'll keep it with it for now. Okay. Folks, that should just about do it for this project. I'm going to go have some dinner. So, folks, thank you so much for stopping by. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Blah, 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 blah. And that should do it. And, of course, as usual, don't you go change it.
We'll be back with the Magic Tunes for the Armada Room's 2-hour disco swing party after this short break. Till then, don't you go changing.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.